Have you ever stood in a room filled with people and felt alone? Not because you were misunderstood, not because you were silent, but because something deeper, something invisible felt missing in those around you. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and sensed a chilling vacancy behind their smile? What if the feeling you had wasn't confusion, but recognition? What if you were sensing a void not in yourself, but in them? Most of us are taught to believe that every person we meet shares a common core, heart, a soul, a conscience. We grow up thinking that deep inside every human body is a capacity for wonder, empathy, reflection, and love. But what if this belief is more comforting than it is true? What if not every person walking this earth is truly awake? What if some are merely moving through life like shadows, echoes of humanity, without its essence? In this episode, we uncover a confronting idea. Some people may appear alive, but spiritually, they are hollow. You may have felt it. You may have ignored it. But today, we're going to name it. These are 9 signs that can help you recognize the spiritually hollow, those who move through the world without anchoring to anything real, anything transcendent. And most importantly, we'll show you how to protect your own spirit in a world that often confuses noise for presence. Let's begin. The absence of inner fire. There's a kind of person you'll meet who never seems to create, initiate, or imagine. They don't dream. They don't reflect. They simply consume. They move from distraction to distraction, from routine to obligation, without ever lighting a fire within. Their days are filled, but not lived. Their eyes scan, but never see. You sense no hunger for truth, no thirst for meaning, only a restless ticking of time. They function, but they do not burn. And while they may laugh, succeed, or entertain, they never ignite. The spiritually hollow live without spark, and they fear anything that demands depth. Echoes instead of emotions. True emotion carries a weight. It touches, transforms, and sometimes breaks us open. But the hollow ones only echo what others feel. Their sadness looks convincing. Their excitement is timed well. Their sympathy is polished. But when you look closer, it's all imitation. They cry at funerals because it's expected, not because they feel loss. They say, "I'm proud of you," without any resonance. Their emotional expressions feel like soundtracks to a movie they've never watched. You begin to realize that while they mimic the script of feeling, they've never once felt the film of life itself. Moral flexibility disguised as wisdom. When someone has no core, no compass, their morality becomes adaptive, not in a mature philosophical sense, but in a chameleon-like way. They change their ethics depending on who's in the room, what they want, or what benefits them in the moment. You may hear them praise honesty, only to lie moments later without flinching. They'll defend kindness, then mock others behind closed doors. To them, values aren't sacred, they're tools, and they wear them like costumes. The spiritually anchored suffer when they betray their own principles. The hollow ones feel nothing. For them, conviction is just a currency. Strategic charm, not connection. Some people have warmth that you feel before they even speak. Others have a charm that feels rehearsed. The spiritually hollow often develop a kind of calculated charisma. They know how to mirror your energy, flatter your strengths, and say what you need to hear. But there's a metallic ring to their words. They charm not to connect, but to control. They remember details about you, but only to use them later. They touch your arm at just the right moment, but it feels cold. Their affection is a tactic, and the moment you stop serving their purpose, the mask drops. A trail of emotionally exhausted people